Hello, Kids Korner. How are you doing today? Today is a really different day. I'm in a car. I'm traveling. We pulled over right now so I could do Kids Korner and talk to you guys. So that's sort of different this week. Anyway, I hope everybody had a great week and is doing well with all this pandemic and COVID around. I hope everybody's staying safe and staying healthy. Today I want to talk a little bit about Advent. Last week, in some churches, they celebrate what they call Advent season. And it's nothing that you're going to find in the Bible. There's not going to be any part that Jesus says celebrate Advent. It's a man-made thing. It's a man-made season. But it has meaning, it has purpose and everything in our lives. But I wanted just to give you a little bit of history of Advent. It was actually started back like in the 1600s, they say. And it was by German Lutherans. And they started Advent as family devotion. And they would sit around their tables in the evening and do devotions. And they would start getting ready for Christmas, ready for the birth of Jesus Christ. And so in preparation for that and studying about that, reminding themselves the reason for the season, they would put candles on a table. Now, we sort of got to go, the winter solstice is December 21st, and that is the shortest day of the year. So that means of light. So we have the least amount of light. It gets really dark very early, and it doesn't get sunny very early. So there's just not a lot of light. And when you get more up north, it gets even shorter your day. And there's some parts of the world, like I was reading in Barrow, Alaska, they don't have any sunshine right now. It's all dark. So anyway, in preparation for that, they lit candles. And as it got closer to Christmas, they lit more candles to have more light because it was darker. So that's how they started the Advent wreath. And it wasn't until like the 1900s that it started in the United States as we put a wreath and we had symbols for it. And the wreath is like the eternal love of Jesus. And there's usually 4 or 5 different candles. There's a candle for hope because the birth of Jesus Christ gives us hope. Hope that there is an eternal life that we have if we accepted Jesus into our hearts, that we can spend eternity with him, and that someday he will rule this earth. Faith is another candle that's lit each week. There's joy. I mean, we have joy that Jesus was born. I mean, that is just incredible that Jesus would come down on earth to help us learn about him, and so we can accept Jesus into our hearts. There's peace. That we have peace with Jesus. Jesus can give us a peace that the world can't offer. And then usually there's a candle in the middle, and they call that the Christ candle. And that's usually lit on Christmas Eve. And that just celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. So whether your church celebrates Advent or not, it's just a way for us to remember and to remind us and get us in. We don't have to get in the holiday spirit shopping or have a store remind us, but just the story each year and year reminding us the wonderful gift that God gave us, and that is putting his son on the earth, and we celebrate his birth. So we just remember that, and we celebrate those traditions year after year with our family and with our church. So anyway, I wanted to celebrate that and just share that with you. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys are getting more excited for Christmas, because I am. And we had a little bit of snow here in Pennsylvania, so that gets us in the Christmas season. So anyway, I love you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.